Hello. So I don't have a presentation. I just have like, I guess, little slew of things that I would like to go over for my micro talk, which is tips on how to develop your portfolio for 2D and 3D character development. So what does that mean? Let's say you want to be able to apply to both 2D and 3D jobs like me and don't want to specialize in just one. I'm going to talk about a couple of tips that can help with that. So I guess the first one would be time management, things to consider, your schedule, being aware of how long each piece can take. For example, let's say it takes a month to make a stylized character from start to finish and maybe a day or two for a full illustration. And after getting a rough time estimation, I can then create a schedule around that and see how I want to parse my time. I personally like to do like 2D work on weekends and 3D work after work on weekdays. Another tip is keep in mind for like what kind of job you're aiming for. What kind of companies do you want to work at, or what is their style, or what are they looking for to hire? Are you looking for a job that combines both 2D and 3D work, more 3D generalist work or 3D character work, conceptual job that utilizes 3D art? These are questions to keep in mind when looking to apply to places. Another tip is keep your portfolio separate if you can. When applying to jobs, it can appear a little misleading to a recruiter if you're applying for a 3D position and the majority of what's in your portfolio is 2D art. It might downplay your experience and they might move on to another candidate. I personally have two websites, a Wix domain for my 2D portfolio with a link to my 3D and a 3D ArtStation and a link to my 2D. If it's not an option to have both websites simultaneously, because that can be a little pricey, you can create separate folders to house your work. Let's see, another tip is see if any skills are transferable between the two. Sculpting anatomy in ZBrush for me helped me better understand the human body when drawing for 2D work. You can also use your conceptual skills to make your own concept art and design and then model that as well, which some art recruiters like to see. You can use 2D work to draft concepts, which can also help with translating 2D to 3D, and artists usually like to ask you to do that, to interpret a 2D piece into a 3D model. Another one is show a range of skills in a variety of genres in your portfolio. It's a good idea to show that you're versatile in styles and to work out of your comfort zone and to show that you can like work in different types of themes and genres when applying to jobs, especially if you're applying to multiple companies with varying art directions. Another one is, it's probably been said multiple times, is quality over quantity. Don't rush pieces because they're going to be the first thing that recruiters see when looking at your portfolio, and then they're going to judge the rest of your portfolio because of that one bad piece. Peer review also can be super important when it comes to dictating quality in your portfolio and in a personal piece. Peers might notice something that you did not. Lastly, don't forget for a presentation, is your website organized? Are your pieces well broken down? Can I tell what it is at first glance from the thumbnail? Don't forget, like a text description, is it appropriate, detailed, and descriptive? I personally like to look at some successful submissions on ArtStation or somebody's personal website to see how they might have broken down their character or concepts, and then see if I can utilize that for my works. And in the end, make sure to have fun.